Army recognition is the official news online for Eurosatory 2024. And during 5 days, follow us to see the latest news and the latest videos.
Good afternoon. My name is Andreas Himmelsbach. I'm responsible for communications in GDELS. We are here at Eurosatory to present some of the latest variants of our wheeled and tracked vehicle families and bridge systems. We are here at our booth, and you can see behind me an ASCOD, our tracked vehicle with an unmanned 30mm turret, the Pandur 6x6 in the mortar version, the Eagle 6x6 as a tactical reconnaissance system. On the other side, we have the Piranha Sappeur, which is an engineer vehicle. And outside of the hall, you will see two more vehicles, which is a truck-based Anaconda bridge laying system, and another Piranha in the configuration as a line-of-sight transmission carriers, the so-called Piranha Stratcom. We have the ASCOD, our tracked vehicle family. This is demonstrated to show some new technologies and new components we have integrated. It's an IFV version with a new unmanned 30mm turret. We have the Euro Trophy APS, the most modern, most mature active protection system integrated on this turret. We have the MeshNet system from our sister GD Mission Systems integrated in the vehicle. We have rubber tracks as an option we can offer. The ASCOD is known in Austria as the Ulan and in Spain as the Pizarro, and it also is the basis for the British Ajax program with different family variants. What you see behind me is the Pandur Evo, the latest generation of the Pandur vehicle family. This is a 6x6 vehicle with a turreted crossbow mortar system integrated. We have lately got an order for a follow-up batch of 225 vehicles for the Austrian army. This batch will include 16 mortar vehicles. We are demonstrating this here for the first time in that configuration. The Eagle is a family of wheeled vehicles widely used with different customers. Most versions in service are actually 4x4. Behind me is one of the first 6x6 versions now entering service. It's tactical reconnaissance systems we are currently delivering to the Swiss Army. This includes stowage racks for equipment. It includes a telescopic mast you can see with a sensor head for day and night sight, along with all the IT and communications equipment to network it with other reconnaissance equipment. And this is meant for reconnaissance and forward artillery observer units of Switzerland. The Piranha family is actually the most widespread and most widely used 8x8 family in the Western world. And of course, the Piranha also is the basis of the LAV and Striker families of vehicles. The basic version is the 8x8. We've had other configurations, 4x4, 6x6, and lately a 10x10 version. And behind me is one of the newest ones. It's the Piranha Sappeur. This is a wheeled combat engineering vehicle, also currently under delivery to the Swiss Army. It has some distinctive features, the most obvious being the front interface we see here with the blade and manipulator arm. It can be easily changed for a dozer blade or a mine blow, along with a lane marking system. We have then very generous stowage space, internal racks plus stowage boxes outside of the vehicle. And we have 6 seats for an engineer squad to be carried with a vehicle. We have 2 more vehicles. It's another Piranha 8x8 with a 15-meter telescopic mast system to carry line-of-sight antennas. We call it the Piranha Stratcom. It's a version for long-range communications, line-of-sight communication system. It's agnostic regarding which communications equipment to integrate. It's highly mobile and very fastly ready for operation. So within a few minutes you can erect the mast and start comms operation. And next to it we have the Anaconda bridge system, known as Beaver or Beaver internationally, which was developed as an AVLB originally to be carried on a tank chassis. We have upgraded this bridge system to a higher MLC of 80 plus, which means it can now carry the most modern and heaviest main battle tanks. And in this version shown here, it's mounted on an 8x8 truck, which gives it very high mobility. It can drive in convoys, it can drive over long distances without additional logistic means, and is also suitable for disaster relief operations. The vehicle families shown here are constantly evolving. They really differ from the variants you might know, which have been into service for many years or even decades. Of course, we will go on to integrate new technologies, keep up to date to all the new challenges brought by the modern battlefield, new demands on mobility, new demands on protection. So this is just to give an idea. It's some of the variants. There are others, and there are, of course, many more to come.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, my name is Peter Hardistry. I run one of the 2 business units within NP Aerospace. NP Aerospace is a composite armour manufacturing business based in the UK and Canada, alongside a business unit that looks at and focuses upon vehicle integration. That includes armour, communications and electronic countermeasures. Our product range or portfolio ranges from helmet shells, ballistic helmet shells, body armour to defeat a range of threats, bomb disposal suits, shields and composite armour for vehicles. More recently, we have acquired the assets, or some of the assets, of Jankel Armouring in the UK that has broadened our portfolio of armour to include protection, largely metallic protection, on a number of lighter vehicles. Our Vehicle Systems business unit integrates armour and other equipment into and onto vehicles and runs a couple of large projects for the UK MOD and has a large contract with the Canadian military called the Land Equipment Programme. We manufacture in the UK. Our portfolio focuses on medium to high level performance, optimising mass and protection to satisfy particular user requirements. We try not to produce a commodity, but focus on high levels of performance and, where appropriate, light mass. Largely it was an opportunity because obviously Jankel went into administration. We were asked by the administrators whether we would be interested. We looked properly at the portfolio and concluded that there were quite a lot of synergies from the armouring perspective and the seats with our existing portfolio. So it made sense to proceed. There are a range of existing contracts with different communities and customers. Some are government end users, including Belgium or the UK. Others are business to business. By acquiring the rights, or some of the rights within Jankel, that allows us to approach those customers and understand whether we can novate the contract from them and Jankel to them and ourselves. And that includes the Belgian government Unimog program. We have engaged with the Belgian customer. They have visited our facilities in the UK, and we are commencing novation negotiations with them. I'm not sure what the outcome will be, and I'm certainly not involved in the day-to-day, but it is our aspiration to continue the delivery of those products to the Belgian government, and we would expect the performance, the capabilities of that program to be the same, and we would look to improve where Jankel had their weaknesses, because we consider it a valuable customer going forward. NP Aerospace has grown quite a lot in the last few years under the ownership of James Kempston when he led a management buyout from our previous owners. We focus on the customer, we focus on producing high quality protection equipment or vehicle integration activity. I think it's a journey that we are on, wish to pursue, and wish to become a valued supplier to law enforcement and defence communities around the world.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, my name is Tim Gray. I'm a director of Hyperionc Defence Solutions, and we are partnered with Allen Vanguard for this project. So we are delivering a mixed reality joint terminal attack controller simulator for a Middle Eastern country. It's a project that we've been working on now for about the past 6 months, so we're excited to be working forward for this. We're training JTACs. A JTAC is basically an individual that directs the attack of combat aircraft onto ground targets. And so this simulator has been developed using mixed reality, so it allows the JTAC to train using his real equipment in a virtual environment. So we're using what's called a Vario XR4 focal edition headset. The individual will be in a virtual environment, but he can use his map, his compass, his laser target designator, his binoculars, etc., whilst in that virtual environment to conduct his training. We're also partnering with a company called BSI, Battle Space Simulations Incorporated. They're providing a unique software solution for this, which means that we are using their image generator as well as their physics engine, and the software will allow us to generate terrain anywhere in the world in a matter of minutes. This is the first time that this software combination will be used together and accredited, hopefully, by the Joint Fire Support Executive Steering Committee. And it's a real game changer because you can then train effectively a scenario anywhere in the world and do procedural training as an individual in this system. As a trainee, being in the simulator in a mixed reality environment, it allows them to practice and conduct controls that in a live environment you might not be able to do for limitations such as aircraft time on station, ammunition, and other resource issues. So using this, we can put the individual into an environment where he can train in any kind of operational task with any asset anywhere in the world, make mistakes, learn from those mistakes. And in fact, the simulator has been designed in a way that the other students observing the training are also learning from that experience. So it's not just about the individual in the simulator, it's the people watching, reflecting on everything that's being conducted with a means to do good after action review and debriefing once the student has finished his control. So it really gives huge opportunity for the learner and also for the instructional staff to deliver the right training to that individual in accordance with where he is on his training pipeline. So really positive, it's a great system.